It was always said that you couldn't have a gaming headset with professional sounding drivers, which was good for editing and sound mixing. Well, all that changes with the SteelSeries Arctis Pro wireless. So I've had this headset for about 6 months now, and I think I'm thoroughly impressed with everything there is about it, really. The build quality to start with is pretty fantastic. It feels very sturdy and very light in the hand. The only awkward thing about it is the headband. It's very difficult to adjust. It's this Velcro kind of design, but to be honest, anyone you put this on, it kind of fits. It's kind of a one-size-fits-all kind of scenario, really. The elasticated headband just kind of works with anyone you put it on. Other than that, the headset itself is very, very comfortable, and I can wear it all day, no problem really. I never get uncomfortable. Obviously, the first time you wear it, it's a little bit kind of gets a bit of getting used to, because I guess it is a bit more bulky than most headsets, but you get used to it pretty quickly after a few days, and after that you can just use it all day, no worries at all. Now, what makes this wearable all day without needing to take it off is definitely the wireless capability. This is the first wireless headset I've actually owned, and oh my word, you don't realise how bad and how annoying wires are until you get rid of them. The ability to just get up and go to the kitchen is amazing. You can just go and get yourself a snack while the new game's loading with your friends. Of course, you've got to make sure that you tell your friends that, because there really isn't any way for them to know that, so if they start the next game without you, you need to go running back before the next game starts, so that's the only point. This happened a few times. Design-wise, it's very clean and very modern. It's a very nice aesthetic. It's nice that it's not plastered with RGB like a lot of other gaming headsets, which is a bit pointless with a headset because of course you're wearing it, so you're not going to see it anyway. But that kind of lends itself more to that professional use case. You don't want anything too sort of flashy and filled with RGB, like I said. So that's very nice if you're using this in more of a professional scenario, if you're not using it just for gaming. So the only lights that you see on this headset are the power indicator lights, and there's a mute light on the microphone itself to let you know that you're in mute mode. So that brings me nicely onto the audio quality of the microphone itself, and blimey, I'm actually very impressed with it. It's the best microphone I've heard on a gaming headset, that's for sure, so that's a big plus. There's a lot more clarity in the voice, there is a lot more richness in the bass, a much more fuller sounding sound than most other headsets, which really just you get quite a tinny sound from most of them, so this sounds way better. Now let's talk battery life. I'm quite impressed with this. You get about 6 hours of battery life of constant use and constant sound playing, so constant gameplay, which is very respectable. But with this headset, battery life really doesn't matter because this headset comes with 2 batteries. While one of these batteries is inside your headset, the other one can be charging in the transceiver box, and it charges much quicker than you'd ever deplete any of the batteries. So as long as you put that straight into the charger once you put the new one into your headset, you're never going to run out of battery. You can keep going 24/7, not to worry at all. After having the headset for about 6 months or so, I am starting to notice a little bit of battery loss in terms of the life of each battery, but the difference really is marginal. The main time you notice is if you leave the headset for a couple of weeks without using it, you'll notice, even if you remember what the charging is on, what the charge level is on, you'll notice the level gone down a little bit, but it really doesn't matter. Of course, if it goes down enough, you can always just get the one out the charger and put it in, you got a new one straight away, so it's really not a problem at all. So yeah. So now moving on to the transceiver box for the headset. This is where a lot of the magic happens. As well as charging the batteries, this manages a lot of the settings on your headset. You can change the volume of your side tone so you can hear yourself, your surround settings. You can also set up Bluetooth because you can also connect your phone to hear audio at the same time as your computer, which is very neat. Then you can also change your EQ, which is really what makes this headset so great for professional use as well as casual gaming use. Out of the box, this has a very flat EQ, which sounds a lot like any normal sound studio monitors. So it's a very flat sound, not particularly enjoyable to listen to, but it's very neutral and very clear. So that's your professional use sorted right there, I guess. But of course, when you start gaming, you want something a bit more punchy and a bit more detail in the highs and the lows for the footsteps and whatever. So naturally, very quickly, I played around with that EQ and I've got a U curve for more bass and more treble, and that really makes a massive difference. There's a whole load of different sounds that you could really get from this to cater to any needs that you might have. So that moves us on to the sound quality of the headset itself then, and it's very good. I mainly run the headset with an EQ that's fairly curved, so I am getting a bit more of a coloured audio profile, so it's not exactly the most studio monitory kind of thing, but I enjoy listening to it with a bit more of a curve. You can hear absolutely tons of detail in the music. You can pick out individual instruments, and the instrument separation is very, very good. So you can pick out individual instruments in orchestras and large bands and whatnot. It's very, very clear. It does get very, very loud as well, plenty loud enough for my needs, which is much better than my previous headset. That one didn't go very loud at all, and there is a lot of bass. It is plenty bassy enough in this headset. It's not sacrificing the highs that much, I don't think, but the range is definitely there, so it does sound very, very good. And then when it comes to surround sound, when you're gaming, it is extremely, extremely immersive. You can pick out individual footsteps really, really easily. The environmental sounds, birds and whatnot around you, and voices, it sounds very, very immersive. It is top-notch sound quality, really. It's amazing. So obviously, it's a big recommend for me if you want to get this headset. It is a bit pricey, but to be honest, this is probably the last headset you'll probably need to buy for gaming. As long as you look after it, I don't think you could really get much better. At least I don't think so, until someone brings out something better, we'll see. But it's going to be hard to beat this headset, I think. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, do fire them below in the comment section down below. Consider liking the video and subscribing if you haven't already. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.